All right, welcome everybody. I'm Menace, and I'm going to be talking about Pekka-bo-bat today. Um, this is a strategy usually used at town halls 11 and 12. It became really popular once once they like nerfed the lightning spells, and they keep nerfing air, like for example, super dragons. So this is a nice alternative, especially if you have a good base layout for it. And we'll talk about identifying bases in a hot second. Let's take a quick look at my basic composition. You can edit it depending on if you need funneling. And this is what I usually use for CCs, usually either a log launcher or a wall wrecker, depending how far away the town hall is. Rage spell to get everyone through like the main core of all the heavy defenses. And then usually something tanky, and occasionally I'll switch it out for hogs, depending on, like, let's say that there's like a single inferno next to the town hall and I really just want to get rid of it. And I couldn't care less if the hogs make it out or not. So let's check out the town hall 11 composition as well. Very similar. Oh, whoops. Very similar. So I either use one electro dragon or two baby dragons to set the funnel. And then you're going to get everybody going in. Let's get some troops here too. Well, that's a fun one. We'll use that. Let's talk about base identification. So here's one of my favorite bases to use this on. Single infernos all the way out to the sides. Splash damage all kind of in the front. There's a couple over here. Sometimes there's some out here or up here. That's fine. The idea is you want to take out at least 3 of these. If there's multis and they're in the middle, count that. That's fine. Because what you're going to be doing is you're usually only bringing 3 free spells and 7 bats. I don't know why I have 4 and 6 on this one. I must have rushed it, not cooked all the way. And so you'll be saving it 1, 2, 3 splash defenses at the end of the attack. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Oops, a little too fast. I got these guys funneling. Here, I'll restart it. I'm sorry. All right, so I'm going to use an Electro Dragon to filter. Look at all this chain. So he's just going to take out a bunch of that over there. King can walk up, hopefully take out the enemy queen. I think she might be down because I did this out in multi. A couple Pekkas to funnel for themselves. Log launcher to go ahead and open both of those. I usually bring a Cocoa Loom. This would be the time to drop that in front of the healers. But I obviously didn't pay attention. So I've got everybody going in. This base is a little easier to funnel. All of those defenses are inside. Sometimes your bowlers will leak out. Here we go. We got the log launcher opened up into the main compartment. There's a rage to get everybody moving. A poison on the CC. Log launcher didn't open. Oh, it did. It barely opened the town hall. So at this point in time, all but 1 were down. So I started my bats over here. When you start them far away, it's called a wave. It gives them time to really build up, especially against those single targets, because they're only going to do 1 at a time. So in about 2-3 seconds, your 2-3 bats is going to be like 15. And then they just kind of path around. It gets messy if your kill squad doesn't make it all the way in the middle, because then your bats will split and they're not as effective, and they're significantly easier to be picked off by single target archer towers, expos, and infernos. And now they're just cleaning up. I brought a couple troops to clean up along the sides. Occasionally time fail happens on this attack simply because everything died. Or if your bats died early, you can definitely time fail. Let's see. It works really well against rushed bases as well. Like, for example, here's an 11. Oh, no. Was it 6? There you go. Here's an 11 hitting a Town Hall 12. I mean, look at these guys. Itty bitty baby infernos. Look, we have ground expos. That's great for bats. I mean, honestly, he's probably going to push through it with his main army anyways, because look at this. Look at these itty bitty little defenses. So here we go. He's got the funnel going on the left and the right with your king and your Electro Dragon. Pekkas are funneling for themselves. He's got the healers getting everybody going. He hasn't even dropped his log launcher yet. I mean, the ground expos are doing work, and so is that a single inferno. The king's pushing through because all those defenses are so little. Hopefully he leaves a wizard tower up so we can watch the timing on the bats if we ever get to the bats. There we go. Here he goes. And freeze right on the wizard tower. The key with the wizard tower is watching for when they turn their heads. I mess up from time to time on it as well. Let's see here. This might be a better replay. A little more competitive, at least. Here's another rushed. An 11 against a rushed Town Hall 12. We'll speed it up a little bit just so we can get to the juicy parts. Because the funneling is all about the same. E-drag, king. I'll show you some examples of different types of funnels in a little bit. I really just want to get to the timing of the bats. I thought it was interesting that he went through that site as well. I probably would have gone through the bottom of the base because all that splash damage is down there. Oh, he missed 1, he missed 2, and he got it. So watch this tower. Oh, no, he's targeting a Pekka. Usually they turn their heads as soon as they're targeting somebody. Right, and once all those defenses down, there goes the bats. Just clean up everywhere. Let's go look at a Town Hall 11 replay where I know you can see their heads turning. Evil Knievel has a couple good Pekka-bo-bats at Town Hall 11 in War. Or he's at Town Hall 12, pardon. It's number 13. This one has a couple singles. He funnels slightly different than I do, but similar. I mean, he still has the Electro Dragon, and he still has a king. Look how wide his funnel is. And he's sending his king in to take out the easy Town Hall. So he's going to just use the Pekkas to funnel for themselves. And he's going to be targeting this multi to take out and kind of leaving these guys alone. The singles are easily taken out by bats. Not a problem. He also does something different in that he uses a bat bomb style approach. So instead of starting, let's say out here, once everything starts cleaning up and they start moving into these defenses, he starts it just on the defense themselves. It works really well, especially if there's not a splash defense nearby. That's fine. Here we go. Rage into the core. As you notice, there's no jump spells or wall breakers there. The rage just kind of helps everybody get on through. The that Tesla farm pop up. One single's down. One single's still up. Two wizard towers. And look how much is left. So he started his bats. They can only take out like one or two bats because he can only get a couple shots off, and the bats spawn in all the way around in a circle. Watch this wizard tower. Looks, picks up his hands, and then you just got to get that freezing. Ideally before you hit looks, like while he's looking, because it does take a second for that freeze to drop, and he could get a shot off, and that's kind of annoying. Also, electro dragons are a pain in the butt. If your bats get stuck on something heavy, like let's say that E-drag had a lot of health left, or if it was stuck on a storage, they could take out all of them in one zap. Tornado traps are dangerous for your bats, and so are eagle artilleries. If you don't get that eagle artillery down, it will take them all out if they're focusing on something heavy like a wizard tower. It just takes like one hit and they're done and they're gone. So you could always, worst case scenario, you could always bomb the eagle tower, because keep in mind on these eagle towers, they have like a safe zone almost. Look at that giant circle. So if it's sitting out in the middle of nowhere and you don't have any splash damage nearby it, you could just take that out with the bat bomb. Bats will also take out town halls, but keep in mind they have a lot of hit points. So unless you're going to waste all three of your freezes on there, you're going to have to save a rage for it. And usually in this attack, you don't have an extra rage. So watch one more. This one, he has a pretty cool funnel. So there's a bunch of junk down here on this side. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wizard towers right up front. How nice is that? And you got 3 multis. Multis are, hit or miss with Pekka-bo-bat. It can be kind of a pain in the butt if your kill squad doesn't get to them, because you're going to have to treat them just like you would a wizard tower and freeze it. And they have a significantly larger range. So if your bats are trying to pick off one of these other little targets nearby, you're going to end up wasting 2, sometimes 3 on a multi. I believe in this replay, he does use 3. Look at the value the king's getting over here. Pekkas are just going to start picking this stuff off. Set the funnel so we can go in right here. Get all of this stuff. Got a couple ground. That's kind of annoying. It'd be nice if they were like ground outside next to a single inferno, because then it obviously would never even target your bats. But look how deep this funnel is. There's nothing over here to pull your bowlers out. Maybe these two. The king's he's gone. That whole side is cleared out. And so now we're just going to focus on taking out these heavy defenses in the middle. And then you can use your bats to clean up this flank. There's not too much dangerous out there. 1, 2, 3 splash damages and a ground air expo. We haven't dropped the rage yet, got through most of it. He did have to pop his warden. There we go. And the queen took out this wizard tower. So now all we have are these 3, because this still isn't down. All right, town hall is down. And here come the bats. Maybe. There's that wave I was talking about. Early freeze. It's going to need a secondary one. And now he's going to need his third. Keeps it frozen. We're low on cleanup troops now that everything's dead. So he's smart by dropping some stuff down here and on the easy, like the builder huts and stuff to try to clean up. But realistically, I think he still had over 30 seconds, if not a minute, left on this attack for the bats to clean up. They do clean up pretty quickly. All right. Does anybody have any questions at the moment? Oh, we could talk about, I think I did talk about your siege machines and what you keep in them. So, like I said, I like taking tanky stuff in the middle because they can withstand that town hall when it's weaponized. At town hall 11, it's not as big of a deal. At town hall 11, I'll definitely like go with hogs or something instead because the P.E.K.K.A.s will take it out if there's still some alive, or the heroes. And then the hogs can just help clear out some of the extra splash damage or whatever is in the middle. So you get clearer pathing around the base instead of drawing them into this craziness in the middle. Because really what you want the bats to do is just clean up this stuff on the outside. You like this would be a great base. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, this is all kind of a mess in here. So you would have to funnel deep here and deep here to make sure that your bowlers go into the middle, up through here, oops, and then into your town hall. Let's see here. I might have one more replay and then I can go into live, like into multiplayer, or go into, I think Mike put up a challenge as well. Here we go. Let's do this one. Oh, here we go. So in this one, I have a baby dragon. Instead of using the king on the outside, I'm going to try to send my king right up through the middle. We have a bank of expos. That's going to look like it's a problem. The other problem I see right now with this replay is look at all of this stuff on the sides. It's going to be a problem for the bowlers and your queen because of their range. They'll probably target that. Watch, ready? There they go. So here's hoping that they split back in because there is a gap right here. Keep in mind the queen targets groups of 3 things that are the closest that she can see. She can see pretty far. I think she has a 9-tile sight and a 5-tile or 7-tile radius and a 9-tile sight. So she sees within 9 tiles. That's why she wanders off sometimes, because she sees groups. She goes for groups of 3. Efficient, but annoying when you're trying to get her to go in and there's all that junk just on the other side of a wall. That's going to pull her away. All right, let's see if I freeze it in time. There it is. He turned his head, dropped the freeze. And as long as there's not a bunch of other defenses next to it, he should just pretend like that is live. It should stay frozen the whole time. And if he wakes up, and only has a quarter health left, he'll maybe get off 1 hit, and most of your bats will still survive. All right, let's send this off and go to TL and do a live attack. Oh, I need to go to Wise Guys. Sorry. Pardon. What town hall is this, Mike? A 12? Cool. All right, that's fun. Okay, so this is pretty far. I might switch my log launcher for a wall wrecker, because we've got to get through 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of walls. This is open. This is going to require a decent amount of funneling because these guys right here are close to where the bowlers would want to go. We want to get them focused on these 3 guys in the middle. And our splash damage, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll definitely get these. These might be a problem. And this combo right here might be a problem at the very end. Splash damage, it targets multi, and that's multi. So hopefully we get through the end. We might have to hold off on our bats quite a bit to get all the way there. And then there's our third inferno. 1, 2, 3. So hopefully they kind of ignored this one. I could even go in, could even do this funnel with the king and then go in through here, which is probably what I'm going to do, is send a log launcher instead to clean up some of this and bring it in through here to the town hall. Okay, that's fine. What is this? Oh. Oh, that's not the right one either. Oh, here we go. This one's a basic. Copy here. So I've got my Coco Loon, 1 cleanup troop, 5 healers, 6. I go pretty heavy on the P.E.K.K.A.s. There's a lot of tutorials out there that only bring like 4 P.E.K.K.A.s and like 8 or 10 freaking bowlers. Look at that. That's fine too. I just prefer to bring extra heavy artillery. There we go. And I don't really need anything to open. I've got my 7, my 3, my poison, and let's just bring some cleanup. Right. Oh, this isn't ideal, the Yetis, and I need a different rage. Yeah, that's not gonna work. We'll keep the Yetis just for fun. Let's get rid of these. We need a rage for the middle to get through all that heavy defense. And this is like my favorite thing, by the way, using these metals. Warden's on ground, thank goodness. All right, let's send in the king over here. It's kind of sketchy doing the E-drag so close to an air defense, but we'll see what happens. All right, pretty deep. Let's get them going in. And I'm kind of just mass dropping everybody at this point in time. Oh, I'm attacking with my 13. Whatever, it's fine. We'll just pretend like the RC isn't there. Why didn't anybody say anything? I'm going to pop the warden a little early. My log launcher was starting to get low. No wonder I didn't have the right army trained. That's funny. All right, let's let everybody get in. Look at this, perfect. So we've got the 2. Let's just do a bomb. Let's get them going. Everybody's kind of focused. We'll freeze it up. Keep an eye on this wizard tower. Here he goes. Oh, I missed it. Didn't take out too much, but here's our problem down here. And you see that? I mean, that multi just took out all of those bats in a heartbeat. Okay, we'll send some cleanup. You should be good. Look at how many are still alive. Those stinking Yetis, too. Does anybody have any questions on like base identification or what to do when that funnel goes wrong? All right. Well, in that case, I guess we'll just wrap this up. Thank you guys for joining me. We'll throw up a video on YouTube a little later, and feel free to ask any questions in game if you have any. Thank you so much.